So this is the third question. Raju bought a book for rupees 35.65. He gave rupees 50 to the shopkeeper. How much money did he get back from the shopkeeper? So from this question, let's frame the informations given. That is price of book that Raju bought. Okay, it's already given in the question as what? Rupees 35.65. So let's write it rupees 35.65. Okay, now the next one is amount that he gave to the shopkeeper, and it's also given as what? Rupees 50. So let's write it as rupees 50. Now we have to find the amount that Raju got back from the shopkeeper. How will you find it? For doing that, you have to just subtract the price of book from the amount that he gave to the shopkeeper. That is rupees 50 minus rupees 35.65. Okay, this you have to do. So let's do that. The first number is 50. Let's write 50 first. 50.0. Let's write it in this way. And the second one is 35.65. So points should be in the same line. So 35 will come here and 65 will come here. So 50.00 you have to put. And now you have to do the subtraction. Okay. So here you will get 4, 9, 9, 10. What is 10 minus 5? It's 5. 9 minus 6 is 3. And you have to put the decimal point. 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. So answer will be 14.35. Or you can say amount that Raju got back from the shopkeeper is equal to rupees 14.35. Okay, this is the answer for this question. Now let's see the fourth question. Rani had rupees 18.50. She bought one ice cream for rupees 11.75. How much money does she have now? So from the question given, let's write the informations that we can frame. That is, first one is amount of money that Rani had. Okay. So what was that? It's written as rupees 8.50. So that will be equal to rupees 18.50. Okay, from the question we have written this. Now, what is the price of ice cream that she bought? She bought one ice cream for 11.75. So you can write this as rupees 11.75, which is the price of ice cream that she bought. Now, how much money does she have now? So, amount of money left with her will be equal to what? Amount of money that Rani had minus price of ice cream that she bought. So, this will be equal to rupees 18.50 minus rupees 11.75. Okay. So, let's do it. First number is 18.50 minus second number is 11.75. Okay, this decimal points should be in the same line. So let's do the subtraction. So here you will get 4, here 10. What is 10 minus 5? 5. What is 4 minus 7? Not possible. So we will take 1. So this will become 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. So you will put the decimal point here. So answer will be 6.75. That is, amount of money left with her is equal to rupees 6.75. Okay, this will be the answer for fourth question. Okay, now let's see the fifth question. Tina had 20 meter 5 centimeter long cloth. She cuts 4 meter 50 centimeter length of cloth from this for making a curtain. How much cloth is left with her? So let's write the things given in question. That is the total amount of cloth that Tina had. It's already given here in question as 20 meter 5 centimeter. So let's write it. That is 20 meter 5 centimeter. So now let's convert this 20 meter 5 centimeter to meter first. And you know that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. So that 5 centimeter. here 20 is already in meters, so no need of converting it. So 5 centimeter will be equal to 5 by 100 meter. And you know that 5 by 100 meter means what? When you do the division, it will be equal to 0.05 meter. Okay, 0.05 meter. In the question, it 20 meter 5 centimeter. Okay, 20 meter and 5 centimeter. That means you can write it as 20 meter, and instead of 5 centimeter you have converted this now as 0.05 meter. And these two collectively you can write it as what? 20.05 meter. 20.05 meter. So the total amount of cloth that Tina had is equal to 20.05 meter. Now let's write the amount of cloth used for making curtains. It's also given in the question as what? 4 meter 50 centimeter. That is 4 meter 50 centimeter. So let's convert this also into meter. So 4 meter is already in meter. So let's convert 50 centimeter to meter. So 50 centimeter will be equal to 50 by 100 meter. Now what is 50 by 100? You know that it's equal to 0.50 meter. Okay, so instead of writing this 4 meter 50 centimeter, let's write it as 4 meter 0.50 meter. Okay, so these two in total you can write it as 4.50 meter. That means amount of cloth used for making curtains is equal to 4.50 meter. Okay. Now the question is how much cloth is left with her. So the amount of cloth left with her will be equal to what? The total amount of cloth that Tina had minus amount of cloth used for making curtains. That is, this will be equal to 20.05 meter minus 4.50 meter. Okay, now let's do the subtraction. The first one is 20.05 minus second one is 4.50. So points should be in the same line. Now 4 can be written here, 4.50. Okay, now let's do the subtraction. 5 minus 0 is 5. Now 1 here, 9, 10. What is 10 minus 5? 5. You have to put the point here. 9 minus 4 is 5 and 1. So 15.55. So our answer will be 15.55 meter. Okay. This will be the answer for fifth one. That is amount of cloth left with her equal to 15.55 meter. So that's all about the fifth question. Now let's see the sixth question. Namida travels 20 km 50 meter every day. Out of this she travels 10 km 200 meter by bus and the rest by auto. How much distance does she travel by auto? Let's write the things which is given in the question. That is distance that Namida travels every day. It's given in the question as 2 km 50 meter. So let's write it first, which is equal to 2 km, which is equal to 20 km 50 meter. 20 km 50 meter. Okay. Now you have to convert this 20 km 50 meter to what? To kilometer. Okay. Let's do it. You know that 1 meter is equal to 1 by 1000 kilometer. Okay. So 20 kilometer is already in kilometers, so that you have to convert only 50 meter. So 50 meter will be equal to 50 by 1000 kilometer. Okay. Now what is 50 by 1000? You know that 50 by 1000 will be equal to 0.050 kilometer. Okay. But our question is 20 kilometer 50 meter. So this you can write it as 20 kilometer 0.050 kilometer. Okay, this in total you can write it as 20.050 kilometer. Okay, so the distance that Namita travels every day equal to 20.050 kilometer. Understand? Now, the distance that Namita travels by bus, it's given as 10 kilometer 200 meter. Okay, 10 kilometer 200 meter. Now, 10 kilometer is already in kilometer, so let's convert 200 meter. So 200 meter is equal to what? 200 by 1000 kilometer. Now what is 200 by 1000? This is equal to 0.200 kilometer. But our question is 10 kilometer 200 meter. So it will be equal to what? 10 kilometer 0.200 kilometer. That is, you have converted 200 meter as 0.200 kilometer. Now these in total you can write it as 10 after the point what is there 200 kilometer. 10.200 kilometer, or simply you can say 10.2 kilometer. Okay, so the distance that Namita travels by bus equal to 10.2 kilometer. Now the question is, how much distance does she travel by auto? That is, distance that Namita travels by auto will be equal to distance that Namita travels every day minus distance that Namita travels by bus. Okay, so this will be equal to 20.050 kilometer minus 10.200 kilometer. Okay, so let's do that. First one is 20.050 minus what is next 10.200. Now let's do the subtraction. So 0, 5, 1, 9, 10. What is 10 minus 2? 8. You have to put the decimal point. Now 9, 0. So answer is 9.850. So this distance that Namita travels by auto will be equal to 9.850 kilometer. You have to put the unit. Don't forget to put the unit. So 9.850 kilometer will be the answer for this question. Understand? Now let's see the seventh question. Akash bought vegetables weighing 10 kg. Out of this 3 kg 500 gram is onions, 2 kg 75 gram is tomatoes, and rest is potatoes. What is the weight of potatoes? So let's write the informations given in question. First one is weight of vegetables. It's given in the question as what? 10 kg. So let's write it. Weight of vegetables equal to 10 kg. Now weight of onions. Weight of onions, it's also given in the question, which is what? 3 kilogram 500 grams. Okay. So we have to convert this into kilogram. So you know that 1 gram is equal to 1 by 1000 kilogram. Okay, so 3 kilogram is already in kilogram, so no need of converting it. We need to just convert this 500 gram. So 500 gram will be equal to 500 by 1000 kilogram. Okay, so what is 500 by 1000 kilogram? It's equal to 0.500 kilogram. So what is actually 0.500 kilogram means what? It's 0.5 kilogram. Okay, but in the question it's 3 kilogram 500 gram. That means 3 kilogram 500 gram we have converted to kilogram. That is 0.5 kilogram. So these two things in total, how can you write? You can write it as 3.5 kilogram. Okay, so weight of onions is equal to 3.5 kilogram. Now what is given? Weight of tomatoes. Weight of tomatoes is given as 2 kilogram 75 gram. So let's write it, 2 kilogram 75 gram. Okay, so now we need to convert this 75 gram to kilogram. So 75 gram will be equal to 75 by 1000 kilogram. So what is 75 by 1000? When you divide, you can see that it will be equal to 0.075 kilogram. Okay, but our question is actually what? 2 kilogram 75 gram. That means 2 kilogram, instead of 75 gram you can write it as 0.075 gram. Okay, so these two things in total, how can you write? You can write it as 2.075 kilogram. Okay, so that will be the weight of tomatoes. Now we need to find the weight of potatoes. Weight of potatoes we have to find out, and in the question it's given that the rest is potatoes. That means the weight of entire vegetables is given as 10 kg, and weight of onions is given, and weight of tomatoes are also given, and we need to find the weight of potatoes. So for that, what you have to do? For that, you have to subtract the weight of onions and the weight of tomatoes from the weight of vegetables. Okay, that means you have to subtract 10 minus what? Weight of onions plus weight of tomatoes, that is 3.5 plus 2.075. So after adding this, you have to subtract it from 10, then you will get the weight of potatoes. Okay, so first let's add 3.5 and 2.075. So 3.5, let's write it, and the next number is 2.075. So you can write it here, 2.075. Okay, so before adding, you can put here zeros. So now what is 0 plus 5? It's 5. What is 0 plus 7? It's 7. 5 plus 0, 5. Point. 3 plus 2, 5. So you got the weight of the weight of tomatoes and weight of onions as 5.7575. Now you have to subtract 10 minus 5.575. Okay, so let's do it. First one is 10 minus 10, you can write it as 10.0. Now 5.575. Okay, you should note that the decimal points should be in the same line. Okay, so here you can put 0. Now let's do the subtraction. So here it will be 0, here 9, 9, 9, 10. Okay, now what is 10 minus 5? 5. What is 9 minus 7? 2. What is 9 minus 5? 4. You have to put the point. 9 minus 5, 4. So what will be the answer? 4.425. Okay, and you have to put the unit, that is 4.425 kilogram. That will be our answer. Okay, so first you have to add the weight of tomatoes and onions, and then you have to subtract it from the weight of vegetables, and you will get the answer as 4.425 kilogram. So that's all about this question number 7. So that's all. Thank you.